Okay, I think we're set. Yep. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Is the game still operating? There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Pausing worked. Howdy, Xavier. Good to see ya. Hey, I noticed that the Ash of War with Holy Relic Sword, Wave of Gold, placed on the ground a reverse version of the symbol at the incantation Litany of Proper Death placed on the ground. The Ash of War of the Holy Relic Sword, Wave of Gold. So, Wave of Gold, I assume, is a Radigan incantation type of thing. Holy Relic Sword is the Elden Beast, right? Yeah. And Litany of Proper Death, I assume that uses fundamentalism. That's neat. I kind of want to check that out. Loki, did you know that the Healing Church came before Lawrence? Better start editing your thesis, asshole. Yes, for those that don't know, TA came out with a new Bloodborne vid, and, it's something. It's something, alright. It's a hernia, is what it is. Rabblestone. Did you get an invitation to the funeral of Radon? It was epic. No, I got an invitation by these nice old ladies. I think they're like Jehovah's Witnesses or something. I don't know. They had a bunch of religious talk they were talking about, and they were telling me, hey, yeah, just come attend this festival over here up on the northern ridge of Altus. I'm told it'll be fun times. I'll no longer be maidenless, chat. They apparently got these young maids who they like to pair up with the men at every festival. I think I finally scored big. Yeah. Why is Naked Man so fast? Ah! What do you mean? I've been doing this every stream lately with this new camera. No, it's an Elden Beast attack. It's also reversed when Elden Beast uses it. Oh. Oh, I see. Come on, Rain, go away already. No one likes you. Free me from this terrible rainstorm. Is the is it the witnesses or the moments who go door to door on bicycles? I have no idea. Loki losing the fight and his virginity. Woo! Let's fucking go! Wait. What fight am I losing? Is Wave of Gold actually reversed compared to Litany? I guess we have to check that out, don't we, Night Scout? At some point. Eventually I'll get to Elden Beast, eventually. Oh. Camera? Okay. Yeah, there we go. Camera's working now. I must have accidentally locked it without realizing. Rain! Go away! Fine. Fine. Force my hand. Yeah, I can't get a picture right now, unfortunately. It's okay. I remember observing the sigils and that they're the same, but I don't recall if they're flipped. Yeah, that's something that I think most people would easily overlook. So I would not blame you if you completely passed me by. It would probably be the same for me. There we go. I just want to get this very quickly. Because I don't know when I'm going to actually do Radigan stuff. But I kind of want to get to it. I'm kind of feeling antsy with all my Godfrey stuff. I want to get to Radigan. Because I hate it when I see something and be like, oh, this is Radigan. Okay, I guess I'm just going to ignore it now. That kind of annoys me. So I am kind of getting antsy for that stuff. But first, I have to finish Liurnian War. I haven't touched that in my Godfrey doc for a while, for like months probably now. Alright, so Guy's doing his research into all that stuff. Let's change the time of day just to... This works. know how I feel about that angle, chat. I'm not sure if I like it. Well, I have all these options, so... There we go. We'll do one more of this, because I didn't do high LOD. So that's done. Might want to switch over to my Wanderer character and get the shot of the Churches of Radigan for the pilgrimage with the centipedes and stuff too. Because I'm pretty sure that's the only character who I haven't looted those stupid centipedes from at all. Naked man cheek slapping the floor. What a specific place for rain in this area. It's like the rocks are growing from the ground. I think they just moved them. Or it's possible that that was just an area with a higher concentration of the stuff, so they built the church there. I don't know. It looks like these churches aren't being built with proper floors. They just leave them all ground. Which, hey, who am I to complain? Yeah, I got shots of this already. Yes, we have the shots of the stuff for Godric's Assault. Also, for those that didn't see, I had the latest draft for the Godric and Godefroy analysis put up today. Got most of the second defensive lane Dell and some of the aftermath stuff. I gotta talk about, like, the Omen, who's, like, you know, like, the Omen who's here under the tree, and, like, the camps there, and the one in the Unsightly Catacombs, but, like, other than that, that's all done, and then we can finally get into, you know, Godric post-grafting. I will say, I'm liking Godric's character a lot. Like, Godefroy and Godric are both interesting, because they obviously have, they're copy-paste, right? So, there's a lot of similarities with their characters. But, you know, Godefroy comes off as more like a brute, compared to Godric. Yeah, that's about right. Just want to double-check, does it have any, like, specifically interesting lore we could talk about? Plus that into armor that swing down to explosive shock, retains the lightning enchantment for a while. Nope, nothing in particular. Yep. Uh-huh. Really? Are we still here? We're still raining? What is with rain today? Like, uh-oh. Whoops. Wait! Wait! No, I think it crashed. Yeah, it crashed! I feel like I've had several instances where this game has crashed in this specific zone. I feel like there's some glitch happening in this area in particular when it loads. Hey, Cloud, you showed up just in time. Godric got the best area in the game, so he has something to it. He has that grafted riz. Yeah, but I'm really liking it, right? Because, like, Godric is, like, more of, like, he's, like, the brains, while, Godefroy is more like the brawn and types of character. And it's sort of reflected in their backgrounds and stuff, so it makes a lot of sense. But I really kind of like how it's, like, you get, like, Godefroy, who, like, has, like, This very, like, sort of very straightforward, simple story. Again, I still think it's very interesting as far as characterization goes. But now that I'm getting to, like, Godric and stuff, it's just very refreshing having a character who obviously has such a similar psychological profile, and yet somehow still, like, turns out different due to, like, the specific nuances of his circumstances. So that's always something I can appreciate in a character. It's just kind of cool being like, you know, he's using that brain. The problem is, for both of them, they don't got the brawn. They try hard, but they just don't got it. And Godric needs that brawn if he wants to beat Morgott. I should set you up too, huh? There we go. Oh my god, more rain? Seriously? I do not... Why am I so unlucky? Godric might be a little bitch, but he's got a lot of good character, hence why he's basically the intro boss for any impression. Yeah, I think, he definitely, I think he's definitely, like, really well done. Like, again, I'm not saying I hate Radahn or anything like that. I really definitely ended up liking Radahn as a character by the end of, like, my analysis work on him. But Godric's definitely someone who's more like up my alley, along with Godofah. Like, those are the type of characters I really dig into. But again, I'm a villain enjoyer, and Godric's just very classically, squarely in that category. Huh. Okay. Okay. I can work with this. I can work with this. This might be a good time of day. No. No. Nah, I think those two times were the best. Yeah, it's really hard getting good angles with, like, all the windmills and stuff in the shot. Surprisingly. Yeah, I think we need to get the angle from the actual town if we want to do, like, something like this. Okay. Oh, no. That's the problem, though. Huh. There we go. The problem is that automatic fog. There we go. I also want to check out Shaded Castle, because I just realized we can go underneath the floor now and check out the half-sunken ruins of the castle, so kind of thought that'd be neat. Not like it's necessary for lore or anything, like the lore's the same, but just thought it would be neat. I know nothing about Godofah, and please don't explain anything to me. LOL. That's fine, I am. Oh! Did the game crash again? Nope, okay. That was weird. Get paused. Keep yourself paused, you piece of shit. Day. Oh, that's even better. Yeah. Never mind. Do this, and then we adjust time of day. What do you think, chat? I'm thinking this'll do. Solid 5 o'clock. Oh yeah, she's low textured, okay. Yeah, she hurt too. We have to get closer before we can do anything later. Huh. I forget what item this guy has. I want to say he has like a poison grease or something like that. For some reason, that's going to my brain. But I actually don't recall. Also, his skin tone blends really well into that stonework. Can we fix that? Much better. This is why, chat, we have lighting. Beautiful, glorious lighting. Just double check there. I think 12 o'clock's the best one. Yeah, this is too exposed. This is too dark. Yeah, what is this? What is this shit? There we are. Pretty sure these are the same leaves you see on the Dectus, Yeah, I think these are the exact same you see on Dectus. We got shots of this, so this we don't need to bother with. We don't have shots of this, I don't think. And this is just rats, right? So I don't think we care. I think about here is good, so let's lock that. This is kind of random, but doing some flower research, I could confidently say that the item art for the festival crown is based on some artificial flowers sold on Amazon. Woo! Nice. Tanaka-san! Making sure that his job is easy. Just find it on Amazon, bruh. Yeah. So as soon as I cross this stupid step. Nope, not even there. It's just magically foggy. We already got shots of stuff here, so we should be fine. Dog's like, roar! Wait, there's no one here. Never mind. I woofed for no reason. Nah, I think having the hand in the shot's good. Yeah, I like that. Alright, so we lock that into place. Let's adjust the... Alright, that one will try that shot. That's an interesting lighting choice. Just in case, one last time. Alright. Alright, that does it. I'll be honest, I don't think there's any significance to Lady just kind of chilling over here, so I'm not even gonna bother. Nope. You could try getting photos of the arm bite blood spit attack. Now, that's true, I could. Where's our friend? Good, you showed up. You finally showed yourself. My, how the turns have tabled. There's so much shit in the way. And getting my angle is downright impossible. Again, we're gonna just time of day. Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem. The angle I want has stuff in the way. Alright, chat. I'm gonna do something I normally wouldn't do. Break stuff. I'm gonna regret this. I already know I'm gonna regret this, but too late. I cannot be stopped. Let's hope the flowers hide it. Gosh, no, it's just an awkward angle no matter how you look at it. Hey, buddy. Nah, I like the original angle. There you go. Very obvious Erdtree crosses. I've been thinking about this and the meaning and stuff with the traditional attire used by the Dominula women and stuff. And I'm thinking that this attire was made as part of the native snake pagans of Gelmir interacting with and allying with Erdtree civilization, right? So I'm thinking when Godfrey came up here and basically made an accord with the snake god, that culture present at Hermit Village and of course across Dominula and all that basically kind of combined the Erdtree stuff into their traditional clothing with their pagan practices of like eating and stuff. I don't know if they got rid of that stuff when obviously the whole snake betrayal thing happened later on or what have you. Because we know at Hermit Village there's signs of like fundamentalism and stuff like taking hold, right? But that ties into like Rykard's general thing here. Dominula is a bit of a different story. I'm not sure if we see a crackdown in the same fashion. It may just because it's a rural village that kind of does its own thing, and so long as they're not causing trouble for anyone. So they might have just kind of, you know, kept their festivities on the down low. No, just horses. Ladies, can you take care of your horses at least? I'll get a shot of that just because it's interesting. It's good to know. The festival is very much not on the down low. Well, yeah, now I'm not saying it's not on the down low. I'm talking about, like, I'm thinking in terms of, like, when Godfrey and Radigan were, you know, actually in charge. The cow is dead. That cow could use some skincare. Is that supposed to be a cow or a horse? Don't know the difference between the two, so anyone can clarify. Like, did it have horns or something? I didn't notice. Yeah, I don't see any horns. I'm not too familiar with like how cows are handled at farms and stuff. Like, I usually think of like a big barn that they're in, not like these types of little horse stall type deals. Yeah, could use some skin. The cow could use some skin. Yeah, yeah. That's a cow, clearly. Yeah, sorry, I'm just not familiar with my animals. Anything new here? No. No, this is the same stuff we had. I'm gonna take out the high LODs because that's just hurting us right now for no reason. Don't want to cause another crash because of frame rate or something. Alright, so we've got Dominula stuff. I have to write that for the Erdtree's beginning. That needs to get written out at some point. Actually, as I'm thinking about that idea, yeah, that makes sense. That Dominula basically kind of kept any sacrificing or stuff they did to an absolute minimum, if at all, during this period. Because, during the Godfrey, you know, the post-Snake Rebellion period. Because Woodfolk Ruins is only established, after the Crucible's gone and this minor Erd tree shows up. And so they established the whole town down there, and you got the little, like, training facility for the Guardians and things. So, yeah. That makes sense, then. Because then these guys, who might be trying to escape, obviously, the Deathblight and stuff, they end up getting captured and skinned, and obviously you also have nobles and things, so, like, yeah. That makes a lot of sense now that I think about it. That timeline works out really well. The Snake Rebellion, what a name. Listen, I've called it, the Godskin Rebellion, the Snake Rebellion. I've called it the God Huns. Like, there's a lot of terminology for this that we can go into. There's no sword monument for it, so I'm gonna pick whatever name I so choose. Uh-huh. Did I hit something I'm gonna regret? I don't think so. Yeah! Wanna make that's off. Alright. I got the impression that Dumbledore just killed their own male population. I guess that could work in the case of, oh. Excuse me? There we go. Anyway, as I was saying, I guess that could work, assuming that they're, the whole need to procreate, because you'll die out as a population, stop being a thing at post-destined death removal. Just keep increasing, just keep increasing. No, I hate it. I hate it. Alright, chat, I actually want to put these at nighttime, so we can enjoy the burning corpses more. God! What has happened to me? I was like, what the fuck, me? They're dancing to Footloose. Oh no, they must be killed. I knew there was a reason that they deserved to die. I thought it was the cannibalism, but no, it was the Footloose. Yes, hide barbarian man, woman. It's very important that you keep his identity a secret. None can see the cameraman behind the tree. But yeah, there's the corpse of the, like, royalty and stuff, I think, related to a tarnished or something. So I don't think it's just the males of their population, for sure. Again, could be wrong. So yeah, these rotting corpses burning. Hey, Nicolino! Dominula of women just girl bossing their way to the top. They look diseased from the cannibalism, too. That is true, if I recall, right? Their blood is poisoned, at the very least. And I can only think it's because of the cannibalism. That, or I don't know, some weird snake shit, maybe. Also, I like how their mouths are covered in blood, too. Is that for all the women? Yeah, it looks like all the women have, like, little blood texture. We got the young maidens. This is in, Erdtree Cross, is it? This is, obviously, at the bottom, but I'm not sure if this is. I wonder, is this the symbol that's on Gelmir Knights? I actually want to look into that. Because I know there's that weird symbol on Gelmir Knights that no one knows what it is. I wonder if Dominula women have it. Yeah, they have the regular cross. You know, I have to wonder, chat. I was thinking maybe they were just reusing the rotting corpse models, because that's their only, like, you know, burning, exploding, like, corpse, quote-unquote, body that they've got, right? But these hollows... It makes me wonder if they were keeping the hollows in these grain silos. Sort of like keeping bodies for another day, and, like, you know, they're here. That's why they're here. Because I was wondering if maybe they had something to do with big boy Jaime over there. But he just kind of looks over at this place lovingly. Oh my god, rain, really? Please get rid of the rain. This could be ER's take on mass hysteria. Dance with me or you go to the fire pit. That sounds like a fairy tale. Instead of buying toilet paper by the shelves, they start eating their husbands and skinning them for the hot homunculus snake guy. But yeah, because they use the same models for these women up in the Hermit Village, so I'm fairly convinced that the idea is supposed to be you have Gelmir here, right? And some of that culture spread across the plateau from, like, here. Still not certain how the Wraithblood Ruins ties into this. Are they also part of that culture? Or, were they something separate? Unfortunately, the only thing we know about them is that they've all been turned into writhing blood by a bunch of Moog lovers. Bunch of filthy, stinking Moogites. Yeah, I want to see that in high definition. There's, like, the grave here with the Berserker. I wonder if he was, like, burying his troll friend or something. That would be funny. Please. Wait. I think it's ending, chat. It's ending, yeah. Oh, you motherfucker. It's fine. We just traded in one. It's fine. We're just trading in one for another. Nothing wrong with that, chat. So you're not looking at these guys. You're looking over here. Oh my god. And the rain is... What is with this weather? Why am I cursed? What did I do to deserve this? Chat. Chat. Why must I suffer? Well, I get to chat with you more, chat. So I guess this is a win. The fallen leaves tell a story. We need that soundboard just so I can play that stupid clip whenever this shit happens. They have a story to tell, Loki. Speaking of the hearse wagons, someone asked the Discord what the Japanese names for those are. I think they're just called hearses. But I have to double check. It's been... Because there's that one note that talks about them, right? You know what? Screw it. We're gonna be here a while. Let me check. Does anyone know what the name of the note is so I can control F this faster? Like, is it called a hearse in English? I always call them coffin carriages, but I have to maybe, I maybe will use the localization term depending on what it is. Oh my god, chat! It's here! Actually exists. Yeah, higher LOD. The fallen leaves stop telling their story with the rain. Because, again, remember, the Haima people, their whole thing is justice. So, somehow this has to tie into that whole shtick. And the idea that you have a bunch of people who are being locked up against their will so they can be burned alive for the purposes of these women's sacrificial cannibalism rituals definitely feels like it might go up and scratch that itch, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah, you know what? Now that I think about it, set a bunch of bodies on fire. Some of those rotten bodies go flying all the way over into the water for, to be free of the burn. And so they end up laying here while others are kind of like, you know, walking around like, what do I do? And this guy's like just in despair, like, holy fuck, what is my life? What is my unlife life, whatever this is? So yeah. Okay, I was wondering, this lake has kind of confused me, but now it's finally clicked. I'm finally starting to think about it. What a shocker, actually thinking. Yeah. No. Well, you're gonna be difficult to work with. Yeah. I'm gonna lock this, see if we can get some other time of day. I think the shadow behind the guy in the background works a lot better now. Loki, hurry, it stopped. Yeah, I know. I called them funerary carriages. Gotcha. They keep telling the same story over and over, apparently. It was a sad story. Man, chat, you guys are a riot. Nah, it's too exposed. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is the best. Anyway, let's see. Am I gonna say anything? Maybe this is just justice. He approves of this. He approves of this. One time they called his hat funny, so now thinks the whole village needs to burn. They called him maidenless. Who's maidenless now? You know, ritual's messed up when it's happening on Altus, yet even an unrelated Haima guy is here because it's way too messed up. I'm looking through the merchant notes and was reminded of a question. Your rough draft astrologer's article has Blythe say Darwill became a revenant of an Everjail in JP. My rough draft of the articles? Does it say that? Let me... I actually don't remember. But let me double check. It might be a dialogue or something that said, but... let me see. Are the Everjail printers actually dead or undead now? I actually don't know that. I can't answer you, Night Scout. I'm actually not sure. I can imagine them being technically dead and their spirits just forced to live on, hence the idea of, like, sealing them away or whatever, and this is just, like, an eternal punishment type deal. Because no one... But, again, I just don't know. I just don't know. Da 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 da. Steam, no. God, no. Let me look for this. Carriage. Nope. Coffin. The Great Coffins. Okay. So let's see, notes sold by Murmac Merchant, imparting knowledge and brief. Great coffins travel the lands between, carrying the bodies of nameless fallen warriors. Maybe a good source of armaments. Yep, that's basically what it says. Can't complain here. Localization just did it. It's a great coffin. I guess if you want to be fancy, you could say casket instead, but it's just a coffin. They're just called the Great Coffins. So yeah, I'm actually happy with calling them coffin carriages. Okay, that answers the question. There's the Black Knife dead outside and alive inside, like in Ordina's Everjail. Yeah, so at the very least, it seems to keep spirits alive. But then the question is that all it serves? The line is Darwell, to think a man like you would end up becoming a Seal Cell's revenant. I will make you disappear. Oh, you know what? If I vaguely recall, I think that term is Yuki. The same term used for the revenants of Faron. Let me double check. Now that you mentioned that, Night Scout. Darwell. God, how do you spell that stupid name? Let's see. 2 R's. Okay. Alright, let's see. Looking for a man named Darwell. Darwell is nothing but a traitor. Darwell, rotting his cell is no true justice. Yeah, okay. Yeah, exactly what I thought, yeah. Term uses, Yuki, which I translate as, revenant. Yeah, so, it's hard to say because there's a bunch of words that mean ghost, essentially, in Japan, and sometimes there's nuance to the terminology in certain contexts, and sometimes they're not. In this one, it's generally just referring to a spirit of the dead. Obviously, when it came to, like, the followers of Faron in Dark Souls 3, it wasn't taken literally. I assume that's why the localization didn't go with the literal translation there. It's more so kind of like, it's more so kind of based on the visual design, plus this, like, you know, more abstract, what's the word? Symbolic meaning behind their role. Here, it's possibly more, here it's quite possibly more literal. So you can definitely say, oh, these guys are, like, actually ghosts of the dead and the damned or something. Anyway. Cool. I completely forgot about that line for a bit. Uh-oh. Okay. I was about to be like, oh no, did we crash again? Nope. I guess I stepped on the cord briefly. Oh, chat. My dog is on his back. He's revealing his belly. I want to go over and pet. I want to pet the puppy. The very old puppy. Goldens never really get old. They just get gray. They're forever puppies in their hearts. The vet was telling me with the surgery and stuff how, he's like, this guy's an active old man. I'm like, yeah, he's a golden, alright. Yeah, this one's just rats, right? Typical rat shit. Pay the pet tax! Nope. Could that be why there isn't an apparent option to free them and they all attack on sight? Again, it's possible. That's totally possible. I don't see anything that would preclude that. Again, it seems like Adon locked himself in there, but it's possible he didn't know the full implications of an Everjail and was just like, ooh, let me do this. Maybe I can escape using this weird, ancient, magical construct. And then he ended up accidentally, you know, turning himself into a forever sealed away spirit or something. Who knows? Could also explain why, say, Godefroy, no one tries to save or liberate Godefroy from his confinement. Now, personally, I think it would have mattered either way, because Godric, I don't think Godric's interested in having a potential rival take his place back, right? But I'm just kind of like saying, like, that could be like an added incentive as to why nobody in Godric's faction seems to be interested in that. But yeah, could explain Vike, because obviously Vike never gets free, like you say. Tish seems like, yeah, I don't see any issue where it's like, okay, there's someone in the Everjail who has to be alive, even though they're in the Everjail. At least nothing immediately apparent to me. Would also explain why, what's his face doesn't get free. The Haima sorcerer there, I forget. Okay, so we got all of that done. He's getting off his back jet. He wants to get back on his side. The doggy. Here, I'll give you love with my foot, dog. Sage's Cave, Abandoned Coffin. I wonder if it's Abandoned Great Coffin in Japanese. I have to check the grace points again and see if that's a thing. I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually the specific term and the localization cut that part out. Unsightly Catacombs. We have the Craftsman's thing. You know what? I would like more shots related to Wyndham and the campsite. You've got to be kidding me. Yes! It's only at the river, boys! Hey, sir. Hello! My favorite old man skeleton. Look, guys, it'll be easy. Go all the way to Wyndham. I have no issue with this shot otherwise, I don't think. Yeah, I think this is fair. At least have the Wyndham in the background here. Also, Loki, is it possible that Kukri, where we were discussing in Stormvale, are from the same group of assassins that seem to have left behind the Claw Talisman and Hook Claws? Do you mean the Ravenmount assassins? Because I think the Claw Talisman is related to Ravenmount stuff, generally. I don't remember if that's where the Hook Claws are acquired, though. I can't recall that. It's possible. I would like to see what that Raven Mount assassin enemy and other quote-unquote assassin enemies use in this game. Like, do we have any examples of assassin-type enemies using throwing knives or kukri or something? Because if we can see that, we can get a better idea of, like, what Miyazaki's considering, like, the norm, right? Because, again, Dark Souls 3, kukri were associated with thieves. I haven't noticed a very strong association with thieves in this game. It feels more like just a generic weapon that anyone might use, right? Now, obviously, in Dark Souls 3, the specific context was that they were used by thieves after Karthus fell apart, and that before Karthus used it, right? I'm just sort of, like, talking about, like, that was, like, normally how you would find it. You'd either find it in Ruined Karthus, or in situations that you would associate with thieves. I'm not sure if the same pattern shows up in Elden Ring. Ravenclaw mount uses claws, I know that, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know, that's why I'm asking. Hook claws are found in Stormvale as well, huh? I should probably factor that into the analysis. Actually, you know what? I might want to keep Ravenmount to its own thing. Because we still don't know exactly where Ravenmount is, right? I've actually, I've begun wondering if Ravenmount is up here. Like, I've seriously started to wonder if, the assassins, like, exist, like, in here somewhere. Beneath the hero's grave. And that this is their quote-unquote mount. Because I've been trying to think of, like, other quote-unquote mountains in the game that we could associate with them, and that's just the only one I can think of. I know some people are like, well, maybe they, maybe Ravenmount's outside the Lands Between. I'm skeptical about that, to say the least. I think I already have a shot of this stuff, so... Just to be safe in case I don't. Oh, you know what? I don't think I had my background stuff set up for Wyndham here, so... I should do that first. Like, what am I doing? There we go. Let me make sure that I have the high quality. Oh, no, it's on. Okay. I'm not crazy. I've done that. Okay, so then, just in case I haven't done this, then. Is there any other... No. Where's that Omen camp? Here it is. Okay, so this is where the Omen camp is. This is the other. Okay, then these are all the camps we care about, these four. We've already done the shot there. Again, the other shots I don't care about beyond the fact that... Yeah, I don't really care about this beyond the fact that, they're all kind of just resting here, so... I want to move. Let's lock this. Let's go to nighttime. There's just one Raven mount, the one Yura fights, him out in Laria Lucaria in the PvP courtyard for the entrance elevator. Yeah, that one I know of, but that's why I'm kind of wondering if maybe that one uses any kukri or something. I'll send the list when I type it out tomorrow for you to look at and pick through. Thank you so much, Nardi. I appreciate that. Is the Japanese name Mount as in mountain, or Mount as in something akin to roosting like a bird? The former. It's the Crow Mountain. That's what it really means, right? Because keep in mind, Kurasu, in Japanese, is used to refer to both crows and ravens. The Japanese don't, like, make a distinction between the two species. I know, like, granted, I tend to not make a distinction between the two species as American, but, like, just to, like, kind of clarify that. So, like, it's all like, oh, it's crows. We're all talking about crows. It's all about crows, and there's crows with mountains, and has to do with death birds, apparently, and all that stuff. Birds of prey, quote-unquote, right? Now, birds of prey in Japanese literally means, like, ferocious bird. This is the same term for ferocity used to describe, like, Godfrey and stuff. You know, like, how he, you know, he's, you know, associating him with, you know, an animal, barbarism, you know, that type of stuff. What are the... Huh. Huh. You know, I never even bothered to check these birds. Now I know why. They are fugly as fug. Miyazaki, what the hell am I looking at? Anyway. So let's see, we have water here. We have river. There's no waterfall, but there's water here. We have lots of water here. Which is kept at low elevation, similar to the river. Water down here, but the trees are dead here. Admittedly, trees are generally avoiding the water here. Yeah. This area perplexes me. I feel like I'm missing something for why this area in particular has the dead trees. And initially I was like, oh, because Agia Lake. But I don't think Agia Lake has bushes beneath the dead trees like this. So it feels like it's something else. Yeah, and this would be the area. The birds flying around Langdell are white. I think some birds fly around Mount Gelmir as well. Maybe death stuff happened here. Maybe that has to do with those who live in death or something. It's just a bit weird because the crabs here are normal, so I don't think it's those who live in death. Let me double check. Yeah, these are normal. These are normal. Yeah, these are all normal crabs, which is the weird thing, right? Because when there's silver in the water, they turn silver, and they have sleep stuff, right? When there's rot and poison shit in the water, they turn into rot and poison shit. So these crabs tend to become what they eat. So they don't seem to be eating any death crap in the water here. So it can't be, like, say, the death stuff in the water in Capital Outskirts, right? Like over here. Or was it up here? I can't remember. It was death stuff in the water, though. Yep, okay. Or death blights more concentrated there. But then it's weird, because why is it the big trees and not the little bushes and stuff like that, then? Always with the yellowing effect on Altus, that makes sense in light of just generally, you know, big trees higher, they're designed to absorb more of that light closer to the sky or whatever like that, right? Like that's sort of what evolution developed their height for. So that stuff I can at least understand. Yeah, it's just weird. Anyway. Oh, that's right! I almost forgot! There's also gravity stone fans, like right here, and that's something I want to factor into my analysis of this possibly connecting to Sun Capital, because of the gravity magic there. I almost forgot. Let's get a shot of this, since it's so... I swear, chat, FOV is the greatest thing in the universe. There we go. But I still want the land to be normalish, so... There we go. This stuff is even weirder to me, chat, because Radon is supposedly sealing the stars' movements and all that stuff, and yet it seems in quote-unquote recent history, we have these meteor showers that that Lingdell's only just now getting to. Like, we have to either believe that either A, this occurred before Radon was killed, oh, sorry, before, so not when he was killed, before Radon was, sealed the star's movements with the Star Scourge legend. Or that some artificial means forced these meteors on the ground. Or I guess the other option is just that Lingdell basically ignored this. It's like, oh look, a meteor shower. We're gonna ignore that forever. Until now, for some reason under Morgott. Very weird. I mean, this is true for the Starcaller stuff in general, but just want to kind of point that out. I find that stuff a little weird. Meteor. Do you think the craters could have also been caused by Radon or natural impacts? Falling star beast is around here too. Could Radon have done this? I don't think so, because none of Radon's arts involve actually summoning or calling down meteors, do they? Like, I don't recall him doing anything similar to, say, like, the Alabaster Lords or the Onyx Lords with their meteor summon attacks, right? Like, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think Radon has any of those kinds of attacks. He just, either he grabs rock from the ground, like when we use Rock Sling and stuff like that, right? And that's like taking rock from the earth and using it like a meteor. Or he uses just plain gravity magic, like gravity bullet, or sorry, gravity well as the English calls it, my bad. Well, he turns himself into one. You know, that doesn't count, but admittedly, pretty damn close. Might as well be, right? With the burning, fiery trail on his ass. I want to imagine he practiced that with Leonard so many times before he went crazy. Yeah, we want this taken. Look at all the blood. And his rock sling is so huge, you might as well be using meteorites. Again, doesn't count, but I agree with you. He does try to use, he does use gravity magic, which does relate to meteorites and stuff like that, but he doesn't actually use anything that, like, calls forth meteorites themselves, which is sort of the big important thing on, oh, did he use something that would summon meteors, which would strike here for the Star Callers? Because believe me, I would love if we got confirmation of this, because this would then give us like a two-pronged attack where Godric goes around here and breaches the walls this way, while Radon and company are like going through here, and like I guess Godric was able to open the gates from the inside this way, so Radon had a clean sweep. He was just distracting them. Believe me, that would be so awesome if we could have this confirmed. I'm not seeing the connection right now. Again, relate to Godfrey's thing. Alright, we took over Lux. Now to make the climb, while arrow barrages are raining down on us. So nothing here that I think I want. There's nothing Lux related for Erdtree's beginning, right? No, I have the shots of this town itself. We have the connection to Wyndham. Wraithblood Ruins we have shots of. Let me double check, actually. Because maybe I'm forgetting. I don't know if... I know I have some shots of them, but I don't know if those are, like, limited. Where is it? Wraithblood Ruins. Okay, what do I got here? Oh, that's the wrong window I want that to open in. Please open my game. There we go. Okay. Okay, we have one wide angle shot. We have one on the two of the graveyards. One of the graveyard and its relation to the town. Okay, we could always use more shots of this. Okay, so first Shaded Castle, because like I said, I want to check out the walls. Oh yeah, while you're back in the vicinity of Lingdell, the potted plants outside the spot you speculate is Morgoth's house have green leaves. Yes, the potted plants in general in this, the potted plant models in general all have green leaves. They just copy-paste those models everywhere. It's same in, like, Fortified Manor and elsewhere. They just get the green leaf species and keep them around. Hey, buddy. I think this is good. I think this is a good spot. Just don't, like, grab me or some shit. Thank you. Holy mother of pearl! Whoo! Like, I assume some of this is always underground anyway, just the nature of, like, models and stuff. But hot damn! Even if it was, like, up to, like, here-ish or something like that, that's still a lot! Where's the gate? Let's look at the front gate. There it is. Whoo! Oh my! Oh my, so it could be like... Yeah, that's more than half of the wall. That's at least 2/3 of the wall. Like, oh boy. Forget half sync. Yeah, like how much does this... Yeah, like, there's a certain level that's always, like, underground and stuff to account for different changes of terrain level and things like that. So that's not unusual to see. But this, though, oh boy. And it's the same thing with this, right? Where's the other gate? Paw? 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 Here we are. Gate number 2! This one didn't even bother putting the actual entrance to it. That's actually kind of funny. I guess because they wanted to keep, I guess because they wanted to have a wall here so you couldn't go through or, like, crouch through or something. Though, it would be cool if they actually, like, kept, like, the gate portion here so we could see it and stuff. And then this stuff is here. Yeah, you can see the gate part from this side. Oh, you know what? I get it now. Yeah, they want to just hide this, so they were like, oh, we'll just put a wall texture here. No one will notice. I see what you're doing there, Miyazaki. And this stuff is, like, completely underground because it's a different level. Yeah, kind of cool. It's, like, different levels of poison. But hot damn. Yeah, this stuff is, like, at least 2/3, maybe sometimes 3/4. 3/4 sunk under the poison, into the poison swamp. Oh, boy. Yeah, this is gray as you'd expect. Yeah, the only time they use, they don't use generic gray stuff in forts and castles and things is at Fort Height. And that's got the big, crazy blood nut boy who was apparently sent there, I think specifically, seemingly, to take it over from Kenneth. Because what a shocker, Godric doesn't trust Kenneth, the person who loudly proclaims that he's the rightful ruler of Limgrave and not Godric. What a shocker. What a shocker. Yep, still Erdtree across. Hey, Nico! Wow, they actually modeled the whole gate. Yeah, well, here's the thing. The gate is used elsewhere, Nicolino. These are the same gates used at Stormvale, at at not Fortified Manor, at Caria Manor. Like these models are used elsewhere that are in normal, right? Like these are just copy pasted, quote unquote, Banished Knight assets, essentially, right? I think this model or a variant of it is even used in Gelmir, if I recall correctly, right? Because let me go all the way over here. Yeah, I feel like one of these top buildings is like the same model as that over here. I forget the specifics, but I feel like that's accurate. Yeah, so cool. Poison is actually at higher elevation in this section compared to that section. I didn't even notice that. I thought it was all one, but no. It's built up here. It's pooling. Someone call Mytha. Do you think Gelmir caused the Shaded Castle to sink due to volcanic activity? Sulfur No, I think it's, again, much like with, game? Game? Hello? Excuse me? There we go. You done? Thank you, game. I don't know why, got glitched there. Anyway, no, I think the sinking is done for the same reason that the sinking happens at Liurnia, because water, quote unquote, liquids come in, they destabilize the foundations, and so they kind of sink into it, right? Similar to how, I guess the best analogy I could come up with is, like, similar to how Iron Keep gets flooded with lava, and then, like, that causes the similar thing where the foundation are destabilized, and so it begins half sinking into the lava. That just seems to be a general trope that FromSoftware likes to use. It's like, hey, look at this. It's unable to withstand the weight of its own, construction. The hubris of man, blah, blah, blah. In this case, though, it's because, well, Murray Malay is a simp for Melania. Stop simping for Scarlet Rot, chat. It's not good for you. It's not healthy. The Rock Goddess does not love you. She just wants to sting you with her big scorpion tail. That's not love, chat. That's just the poison coursing through your veins. Why the fixation on sunken castle and buildings? Instead of flooding, things are mostly submerging. As in terms of, like, why does FromSoftware have a fascination with that? I don't know. Because they like doing medieval fantasy stuff, so most of their crap involves castles. And castles are big, heavy things, which makes sense that they would sink in watery foundations. The Murray family was often sick even before the sinking, so I was wondering if the environment had issues even before it sank. Yeah, I don't think that's the case. From what I understand is like you said, they were a sickly family. At least their sons were, for whatever reason that was. Where's our buddy there? Oh, sorry, sir. You blended in with the statues. Yeah, I think it was just a matter of they were sickly already. Can't look at under his face. Darn. I'm sure someone has it online somewhere. Oh! The helmet actually completely obscures it, because he has, like, a cloth thing going. Well, I guess it makes sense, because he's all sickly and stuff. He's probably supposed to look, like, scarred or shit. So it's like, oh no, please don't look at my horribly ugly features. I don't know why, this reminds me of the Pygmy Lords in Dark Souls 3. I'll be honest, I want those boots. Than this thing. Yeah, nothing new here that we... Whatever reason, inbreeding, that's why any royal would be sick. I mean... The thing is, it's supposed to come from the very first Murray, and I don't think there's any connection between Murray and... Well, yeah, it has to do with, like, the beginning of the Erdtree Kingdom, so I don't think that has any connection to inbreeding at that point. Could be just some other kind of genetic defect. As opposed to Melania walking through a door, can literally rot the entire earth and make things clap if it's not a coincidence with her. I'm trying to think if we have... Yeah, I think it's true that she could do that stuff, but I don't think she's, like, visited the castle. So, like, we do see some of her clean rot knights, but they have the rot effect on them, so this seems to be post-Radon battle. So what looks to happen, chat, is that the whole Radon thing happens, right? Now, if you read my Radon thesis, you know that there's this battle that happened after the Battle of Aeonia, where surviving clean rot knights seem to have gathered together and organized in order to attack and try to get at Radon while he was, you know, busy, you know, trying not to go insane here. And that's where there's a big clash between the Red Mains and the Clean Rot Knights on this battlefield, right? And that's where all of them get dead. They're all considered, quote-unquote, heroes, right? And they get buried in the quote-unquote war dead catacombs. Again, heroic spirit catacombs, or heroic spirits catacombs, plural specific, I should clarify. Anyway, obviously you have Finlay, who grabs Melania and takes her back to Hailing Tree. Drags her sorry unconscious ass. And then, you have the one... I can't remember if there's any in, like, caves or... I feel like there was, like, one cave that had them. I think there's Kindred of Rot in the cave here, right? So I don't think that's there with all the snake stuff. I don't know why. I remember there being Clean Rot Knights in, like, a cave somewhere. Probably forgetting. Anyway, then you got, like, one who's hanging out here in the lake-facing cliff. Potentially, maybe having a thing against Godric and wanting maybe some payback for the whole battle here, but could be something else. I don't think there's any others in here. And then we have, of course, here, where some seem to take shelter in Shaded Castle. And again, I feel like there's one other place we encounter them before Hailing Tree. But then the rest of them get to Hailing Tree. Murray family tree is a wreath. I'm gonna have to use that one in the future. That's great. Murray family tree is a wreath. How does she not visit it? Weren't the Clean Rot Knights always at risk of the rot just by being near Melania? Also, he made this portrait and prosthetic. As far as I'm aware, no. I have to double check the lore, but as far as I'm aware, the Clean Rot Knights only have the rot post Radon battle. And it wasn't a thing before then. But I'll get back to you on that night stack, because it's been a while since I brushed up on their lore. The cave where you find a lot of the right guard abductors, the boss is a double of Clean. Okay, so it is that. I thought it was the double Kindred of Rot, but no. Okay, so that cave here is the double Clean Rot Knight. Okay, so that's the one. Thank you, Clow. Okay, so I think that covers all the stuff on the plateau, right? Let me double check the analysis right here. In Kaled, thank you so much. Alright, so... Mountaintops, Wyndham, Fortified Manor, Highlands, huge influx from Farm Azula, the Worms. I guess we can go inside Volcano Manor and maybe get some shots of the worm there. But I already have... I don't think we need that, right? So I think that we'll put that on low priority. Fort Lyde, the Pearl Drake Talisman and stuff. We can also grab linking the ruins to the... I want to point out that this... sorry, Chad, I gotta add this real quick. Add note, behind barrier to hide allegiance to dragons over Lane Dell. There. Just want to kind of make that note that we find that talisman specifically in a basement. Behind barrier... just to clarify for myself for later, stone sword key barrier. I should know because there's like no other types of barriers, but just in case I get confused. I have an English code for their armor. At least the Clean Rot Knights vowed to fight alongside Melania despite the inevitable if gradual putrefaction of their flesh. I think that refers to post Radon. I think that I think that line is referring to post Radon, not necessarily like it's referring to them as they are now. But let me actually grab that up for you since you were so kind as to draw that. So Clean Rot Knight armor. Here we go. chest armor of the noble rot knights. Yeah, the who were celebrated as undefeated in the Shattering War. They desire, yeah, they basically they wanted to fight with or alongside Melania, and accepted slowly rotting, gradually rotting. Thus, yeah, that is exactly why their battles were so feared. So that could refer to that definitely could be the way it's worded. It definitely could be referred to pre-Radon battle. So that's something to keep in mind then. Clean rot? What's so clean about them? They're vomiting rot juice. The Japanese is like noble or say. Now again, I've talked about this before. If you've read my other analyses in like Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, etc., the term noble here can have connotations of sacrality. So this is why, for example, there's this huge idea of associating, say, like Astraea, the truly noble, with like being like the most divine, and then like generally like the Temple of God with Urbane and stuff, nobility and sort of this noble luster, and with that comes like cleanliness and gentility and all these other traits. But there's this idea. It's not strictly clean per se. It's this idea of noble or sacred, right? Same thing when I talk about the idea that Lothric and Lorien are referred to as, I should say Lorien specifically is referred to as a quote-unquote nobleman, but it's not referring to necessarily, or like when it says that Guinevere had sired after becoming a wife and mother, she then sired quote-unquote noble children. I translate that as exalted for my Dark Souls 3 works, just to kind of clarify for you that we're talking about sort of like, not necessarily noble in the noble family sense, but noble in the, in sort of this precious quality, right? Which can of course refer to, of course, noble status, but also this idea of being more holy, sacred, divine than others, and things like that. And this is why you'll also see these those kanji sometimes used in like addresses to gods and things like that as well. Again, it's a very subtle thing. The localization, unfortunately, misses in Dark Souls 3 with the DLC. They were just like, we'll just translate to royal so people don't get confused. They'll understand it's Lorien. The incest twins of Lothric. If I recall correctly, doesn't the story trailer Nation say that Clean Rot Knights and the Red Mains were the last forces left standing in the Shattering Square off? It doesn't use those names exactly. It just says Melania and Radon in the story trailer. That those two were the last, I think, demigods to battle or something like that. As though one would have won if they didn't wipe each other out. I know that Melania and Radon were at a there's a point being made throughout the script. I don't remember if it's stated in the sort of story trailer specifically. Yeah, no, the story trailer doesn't say that. It just talks about how they battled, and then there was no there was no one, neither was victorious or something like that, and so no one won. Yeah, we don't need stuff here. Anything here that could be useful for trees? Nope. Damn it! I was like, I can totally make this. The Clear Rot Knight Spear's tiny shield is said to be blessed with an incantation to ward off Rot 2. Wouldn't it be neat if they were safe from Rot pre-Caelid? Yes, okay, that makes sense then. Okay then. So then they would have Rot pre-Caelid. I'll have to remember that for my Radon analysis then. What's here? I'm not going to grab that thing because I remember how long it is, but I forget what we get from killing that. This is where the sealed tunnel is. And nothing else of interest here. Okay. Hello? Excusez-moi? I always love to see that crucible.
Smoldering with that wretched flame of ambition.
Smear, did you get smaller? Am I crazy, chat? Was he always this small? I know I'm saying that when he's like twice to 3 times my size, depending on how much he wants to straighten his back. Fix that hunch, Morgott. No one likes a hunchback. Anyway. I'm just saying, he looks a little tiny. Whatever. See, we have dead trees here, but the justification is, of course, the battle. And, you know, fire, destruction, bunch of biological warfare. I think there's enough reason to explain why these would be dead here. There, not so much. And still, we still don't see any, like, small bushes at the foot of the trees or anything like that. I can kind of see this, so... maybe that's not true. Let's see. No, nothing there, nothing there. Nothing there. Oh! Oh. Shut that. We have all this set. Go this way. We have our death bird over here. We have our colt over here. We got shots at that. We got shots at that. I don't think we got shots at the gravity fan. Oh. Here, sir! I'm just gonna get these 10 great arrows out of your corpse! Oh, I gotta clean off all the blood! Damn it! Oh, this game can be so funny sometimes. Oh, I actually got it right. Kind of impressive. Again, I feel like I got like something like approaching a shot here, but just to be safe. Ah, whatever. I hate the angle. Yeah, okay. Oh. Oh. It's okay, I didn't even want to live anyway. Tell Morgott to clip his fucking toenails. Got ourselves a blood rose right beneath the graveyard, so that could add to the implication of the massacre happening here. Nardi, did you find lots of blood roses while going through Limgrave? Out of curiosity, do you remember that being like in your dock a lot? I don't recall the specifics there, but then again, I saw an incomplete version last time, so... Got another one of these. Is there anything here I want shots of? This would mostly be for Godfrey Thesis, so I don't think so. Yeah. I don't think we need to worry about that right now. Auxiliary graves, lots of bodies in there. There's a few things to be keeping in mind. Divine Bridge. We can go inside here, so let's do that. Let's at least get the Langdell access there. Oh, Right. Oh, it works now. Okay. I was about to be like, wait, what? But no, okay, it works. I was like, I could have sworn we killed Godric, but guess not. We got Erdtree banners, we got Banished Knight equipment everywhere. Yep, same thing as last time. Magic Grease. Again, there's always just that random magic grease you find in like every area. Fur Calling Finger Remedy. Got this whole thing to prepare bodies for burial. Out at the catacombs outside. The church for the consecration. Big fancy statues and things. Moments before disaster. Onga book. This is so funny, I have to take a shot of it. Like, this is just such a dumb fucking pose. I love it. Onga bonga bonga! Yep, our friend still. I am interested by how, like, tendrily some aspects of the gargoyles look. Oh. Okay. Sure. Okay. Yeah, this is high LOD, okay. Ah, and no buck to ruin it. Beautiful. I didn't even realize even the chandeliers. You have got to be flippin' kidding me. Speaking of flipping kidding. There we go. Yes, yes. Alright. Alright. Now all is right in the world. Oh, well, never mind. Hey, upper quarter, can you please? Could you please? Alright. Yeah, we know how that goes. Let's see, Erdtree's beginning. Anything I want. We have the Erdtree roots that just grow here. And here. We have, like Xavier said, the white birds. Grandsax's head is positioned as if there was a building he was leaning on and then collapsed. Yeah, it is positioned a bit oddly, isn't it? Makes you wonder if they made the model for, like, a different setup, but then, like, things changed, and so they ended up, like, just being like, yeah, we'll just keep the model as is. It almost looks like he's, like, frozen, like, mid-crashing animation, to be honest. But hey, they're made of stone, what do I know? Maybe stone gives you a very good neck support. I could use that. We got the shots of there and there. Don't even show the water at this angle, huh? Oh no. Ash, ash, ash. Hold around. Filling stone. Hello, Paige. This is technically new too, so I don't have shots of this, so. Yeah, I don't like that angle. Hello. Ow. Oh, it's fine. God, the best part about times 5 speed is not having to worry about elevators taking a million years. Oh, sorry, Jim. Nope, just giving a blessing. Preserving boluses, huh? I guess it just could be something that they generically make. Yep, perfuming bottle, that's what I expected. Hello, Gilded Banished Knights. Oh, the seabed curse. Yeah, let me just play you a requiem on my flute. Sorry about the murder. Had to be done. I'm not expecting anything really good here. It's like, I'm pretty sure we haven't missed anything in terms of... Yeah, you can open this. We're not going to, though. Hero! I think that's supposed to imply that it might be a tarnished or something, right? Yeah. God, I feel like I feel like I've done this angle several times now with the... after the aqueduct shot last stream, so... It's just this angle's too perfect, chat. Alright, Sagru, back to the... Then you get the burial thing done. Yeah, I don't think it matters if we open this. I must escape! And now you won't load! You can't win, chat. You just can't win with these. Yeah, I guess the shots I already got are fine. There's a lot to load here. I don't blame the game for being slow on that. Golden Row 9. Gravelstone. Stone 4. Closer. Stone sword key, because why not? Just let my life be suffering. Oh no! This stuff has lightning something, right? Oh. Maybe it's just lightning, lightning urns. Uh-huh. Some boluses. Let's see. Guilty hood, that's what I was expecting. Criminals always trying to escape in the sewers, chat. Tale as old as time. String, because there's lots of trash down here. That's awkward. Poison bone dart. Lost Ashes of War. We have so many Lost Ashes of War in this game, now that I think about it. Fan daggers, Earthsteel dagger, Holy Fruit dried liver. One of you is not like the others. One of these things is not like the others. Set 5 throwing knives built together, a concealed weapon shared by the Raptor Assassins. Yeah, we find a few Raptor Assassin related stuff in this capital, don't we? Everyone seems to hire the assassins. Oh, you know what? I was talking about the idea of Gelmir possibly being where the assassins are from, right? Like up here. A good way to test that would be to see how frequent the raptor-related gear, like those daggers, appear in Langdell versus, or Altus versus other areas. Because Because if we find a superior high concentration in Altus, then that sort of adds to the theory. That'd be something to check out for. Let's see, though. Again, I'm not seeing anything that's like, ah, yeah, you know, I should include that for Erdtree's beginning. All this stuff, I think we got all the stuff that I could care about for pre-Lane-Del history, right? We got Nox Quarter. We got Pagan Quarter. Like, I feel like all the good stuff is covered. That was open for this side. Good to know. Golden Rune 8. Golden Rune 12. Lightning-proof dried liver. So holy-proof dried liver, lightning-proof dried liver. Again, just things you'd expect. Nothing I'd be like, oh my god, why is this here? Golden Rune 8. You. You're actually something I want a shot of. Hero's Rune! There's more stuff there. I'm sure that item won't appear if I don't look at it. Yeah, totally don't see it. Yeah, there we go. What do you think? There we go. Old man lion hair. Old gray-haired lion. I've been also thinking more heavily, chat, on the idea of Sorosh being a vassal beast to Placky's god. And I'm feeling a lot, I'm really starting to, like, lean toward that direction, as I've been thinking about how, like, we have that statue of Sorosh showing him seemingly that he's a bipedal lion, unlike these guys, right? Like, he seems to be able, like, oh, he stands on his hind legs, with, like, more hand-like claws, and that type of nature. It's like, oh, wow, you're really, really giving, like, Blythe/Malekith vibes. Especially, like, with all the armor he wears. Much like them. So I'm starting to lean towards that direction, which has interesting implications for how Placky's god may have died. Gravity Stone. Again, a little weird. We found that gravity fan outside, and now we have Gravity Stone in here. I guess it could be connected to the whole Star Caller thing that's happening outdoors. Would that be possible? I don't know, I kind of regret kicking up that ladder, to be honest. Kicking down at that ladder, I should say. Alright, let's get the Via stuff. Lionel's armor. Deathbed dress. Those shackles are impaled into the legs. That sucks hard for those lions. Yeah, I can imagine. Sorosh sure didn't get these guys any rights. What a prick. Superior lion. They're the lesser species, if so. Listen, it was either death or become a Chancellor Beast. At least they got to get out with their lives. Oh yeah, I'm hoping... I would love if we get, like, a Sorosh boss fight. Like, even if it's, like, a Sorosh illusion or some crap, like the Godfrey illusion we get. That would just be so cool. Just to have, like, oh, hey, it's Sorosh. we get an idea of how Siraj fought back in the glory days. And you can totally do it with Mikola, right? Like, you can do some cool lore reveal with, like, Siraj with his, like, unbroken crown thing, allude to how, like, Godfrey bested him and shit, because that's technically never been outright stated in the lore. So that technically, even though it's super freaking obvious, it's technically something that they could reveal, quote-unquote, in the DLC. I mean, if you guys saw that interview thing that Miyazaki is doing for, like, that Elden Ring book coming out, and, like, people are making a big stink about the idea that Miyazaki basically confirmed the next game, which there was a huge correction being done, because he doesn't quite say that, but he does imply that there's probably going to be more stuff with Elden Ring and Elden Ring lore they want to reveal in, like, future projects, whatever those may be. Personally, I would... Yeah, I love this guy. He's my favorite. Anyway, personally, I would love them to do, to just release Martin's prose. Because you know what? It's a collab. It's a collab project. I know Miyazaki's like, but that's not my storytelling! But he's the one who simultaneously says that alongside, but the prose is so good! So just release it, Miyazaki. No one cares. No one cares if one of the games where you actually collaborate with someone else who's known for being a brilliant writer has his writing actually released for the public. Like, just, like, do it, like, 5 months down the road after the game's release when you've got, like, 3 other games that probably everyone's gonna be hyped about. Like, no one's gonna care that you're releasing the Elden Ring lore. And again, as much as I love this aspect of Miyazaki storytelling, I think in Elden Ring lore, I'm willing to accept it. Is this Mikola? Are these Mikola lilies? You gotta wonder if this is supposed to be Mikola's house or something. That would be really funny if that's the case, and they're like, oh yeah, let's do the house for all the demigods. Well, how are we gonna indicate it? Flowers? That would be funny. In my opinion, Suash would probably be just weaker than Malekith. Yeah, but no, again, gameplay and lore are different, though, so you can do, like... You don't have to make him, like, a less difficult boss or whatever. Plus, you could always make an argument that Malekith, Siraj was stronger when he was younger or something like that. So you have, like, big, young Siraj from, like, long before you met Godfrey or some shit. I mean, because keep in mind, if he is the vassal beast of Placky's god, he's old! Like, we're talking, like, old! Like, part of First Civilization's old. So I think it could work. It'll also explain why he's the Golden Lion and all that stuff, considering, you know, first vassal beast, first god and all that. Compared to later beasts who obviously have the black thing going for them instead of gold. Okay, yeah, chat. I've looked like everywhere except the actual sewers. I think we've covered this stuff pretty thoroughly, and I'm seeing nothing I really care about. There's the fortified manor here, but we can go on my other character, and I think we can get everything we want from there. And most of that stuff is most of that stuff I think is unrelated. It's all Godfrey Rain things, so. Hey, Vens, you're here. Good to see ya. Also, I'm assuming I'm probably showing up at the end again, lol. You're getting close to the end, yeah, but we can still go for a little bit longer, I think. I can keep going for a little bit, so let's see. What else do we want to look at? Nothing minor Erdtree related we don't need. Okay, let me check the dock again, see if there's anything I'm missing. We got all the stuff for Ordina, right? We got all the stuff for Nameless Eternal City. We don't need anything from Nox or Nocron. We got those shots of the Crucible Knights and stuff for the Nameless Eternal City as well. Ancient Dynasties. Ensha. I guess I could get shots of Ensha fighting. Because I'm pretty sure now we trigger Ensha, right? Because Ensha just needs you to have 2 Great Runes, I think, right? No, you need to get the medallion. Never mind. So Ensha's not going to care. Manor Tower Shield, stuff on the Beast King, the various places we've got. The arsenal charm and stuff we don't care about, though. Let's see, the columns, yeah, okay, we got that. Wyndham, Castle Soul, we've got shots of. We got stuff for Souls. Rosh is the gatekeeper. We got a lot of those fortified manor shots. Some more ruins and things. That's the Stormhawks, we got those. So-called Dominula, as I talked about before. Okay, we got our big noble spirit boy who's like, no, don't skin me. My hide is corrupted. Maybe that's how the Erdtree civilization accepted the women's cannibalism for their festivals and stuff. Maybe they said, okay, you can like kill your criminals and prisoners and stuff like that. Like if you're gonna be depraved with your weird pagan shit, at least do it within the confines of what we consider order. So don't be corruption. Don't be impurity. Don't be kegare. Let's see, we got the Waypoint Ruins. Publicly, yeah, I don't need publicly funded to be with a dash. Ceremonial dresses. Okay, this is stuff for Dominula I need to write out. Same thing with the Hermit Village. Yeah, we have all the various stuff for barbarians, but there's nothing really we need screenshots for that. Erdtree burials and stuff we were talking about, we understand that. Gold smithing stones, the miners at Yellow Annie's, we got that. Golden Rust, we got that on the plant. Like, this is all the plant stuff. We got the plant stuff. Old Age, yeah. Crucible, blah, blah, blah. Atreus the Seed. Finger Slayer Blade, we don't need any shots of Nokron for that. We can just take the item. Byproduct of First God's Death. History of Plaki's Reign. Hypothetical Great Tree. This is just me basically shitting on the Great Tree theory. Crucible Tree Helm. Golden Tree. Meaning of Earth. Okay, yeah, so I think we got most of that stuff, so I think we're going to switch over to my warrior character now. My brand new nomadic man. And we're going to get some of the stuff for Eradigan. Yeah, okay. I assume you got a lot of good shots. Yeah, I've gotten lots of good shots with the new camera. I'm really happy with this camera. Like, it is ridiculous how amazingly... I forgot what I named him. Shashinki. Oh, I cracked myself up. Alright, we want to go to Weeping Peninsula first, then. Question on the Preceptor's note. The English script says the Vile Graven Witch seems to be a frequent visitor to that place. Does the JP say the same? I wonder just how many bodies Elvis has made for... let me double check that. The Vile Graven Witch. Vile Graven Witch! Vile Graven Witch! Come on, Control F! It's not showing up. Oh, no. Okay, so, just Graven Witch. Graven? It's under items, right, Night Scout? I'm not... You're talking about an actual note, right? Let me double check. The Preceptor's note. To that place. I don't see any typo in what you put, so... Alright, what if I put Preceptor? Selvis's introduction. Selvis's potion. Amber Drought. Selvis's bell bearing. I don't have a note. I don't have a note in my my Excel doc for this. So yeah, I can't answer you right now for that. If the snake was hated enough to be featured on the Duelist helm for delight upon watching the armor get injured, I'm not sure if cannibalism was ever given a pass by the Golden Order. The snake thing seems to have happened post Snake Rebellion. That's why it's hated. Because there's a huge point made in those descriptions about the fact that the snake is known as a rebel and a traitor to the Erdtree, hence why the delight and all that stuff. So, I don't think the Duel of the Gladiators were had that design to their armor until after the Glowmite Queens / Serpent Rebellion stuff. We have to. What's this with Ghoul? I don't care. Go away. Yeah, sorry, go away. These are not important notifications. God, I hate phones nowadays. I love them, but I hate them. Alright, let's get going. My nomadic man does not like that he had to stay in place for 3 minutes. That was 3 minutes of hell for him. So let's get him moving. No one cares except Loki, lol. Uh-oh. Nope. Wait. Oh, the game crashed again. That's the only problem. This is an Elden Ring problem in general, where Elden Ring just has this habit of crashing, but... Note seems to be the Preceptor's secret. Okay, let me try looking under there. Secret. Celia's... Oh god, there's so many secrets. Okay, how about apostrophe S secret? Oh god, there's still... Celia's secret and Karian Retaliate. It's not showing up, Night Scout. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if it was something like they added that note in later in the game or something, or if the person who compiled this for me forgot some of the items. That would suck. But I don't have it here. I can't control F it at least. Oh, whoops. That's not ×5 speed. Out of curiosity, then, how much would having ×5 speed on your character movement at the press of a simple press of the button affect your workflow for Demon Souls? Just asking, out of curiosity. Because I can tell you, at least for Elden Ring, boy, does it make traversing this map a lot easier. I don't think we need to... Yeah, these are... This is fine. We don't care about items here. We already got the shots we want. I don't care about this either. My nomadic warrior does not stop to pick up items. Unless he needs to for the shot. He just keeps on going. I love him. And here we are. Nice sacred tier. And the rest, we don't need to take. Perfect. Alright. First, we shall figure out what time of day we need to do for this. What do you mean that one of these can't be shown? I refuse. Yes. Yes. There. I actually don't even need to affect the, yeah, this isn't gonna affect LODs. Huh. Time of day doesn't even matter here. What? Game? There we go. Hello? I mean, is it affecting, or is it just because it's paused? Nope! It's just not working. Okay. Interesting. Good to know. God, I love getting rid of... Radigan! So this is where the pilgrimage ends, chat. All the way from Liurnia, Bellum Church. Where it all started and where it all ended for the great tale of Radigan's rise to become Elden Lord. The Great Radagon. Okay, yeah, they do show him. Yeah, he does have a ponytail. Because I remember in the cinematic for the announcement trailer, it's like a full-on ponytail. It doesn't have, like, this free-flowing hair. But they do that in the final game, so I guess his design was still, like, changing a little. Still trying to figure out what they wanted to do. Alright. We already got shots of the church otherwise, so I don't think we need to worry about that. And then, there we go. Arena here reminded me of a fan theory. Her English text mentions hearing some horrible cry before the slave revolt happened. Some people wonder if that's tied to the frenzied flame town nearby. A horrible cry before the slave revolt happened? Can you find the dialogue exactly so I can search that up? Because I'll be honest, I don't recall that line. Now, granted, I have not given Arena any thought since I, like, first talked to her months ago, so... Not saying much, but I just don't have any idea what line that is. But I thought this was just the war cries of the slaves beginning to revolt. Does the JP text imply anything about whether it was just the Misbegot or something like the Prince of... Like I said, I cannot remember Night Scout, so you have to hand me the line. Generally speaking, if you guys have a line in mind, I would appreciate it if you at least have at the ready the text in question, so I can, so you can just, like, show it to me, so that way I can, like, clarify and like, be like, okay, do I remember that line? Do I remember it being different, or what have you? Because I just might just not remember, like, right now. Okay, so do we care about anything here? No. We want to go this way. That's wrong. That's wrong. Okay. I'm gonna test something, chat, because I think there was just a mistake. I think there was a mistake with the time of day, and that's why it wasn't affecting anything. Let's try now. Okay, yeah. Alright. Oh my god, that works almost perfectly as far as shadowing is concerned. Like... Holy hot damn. Yeah, this is nighttime. Yeah, no. I think the shots we already got will be fine for that, but... We'll just do this shot just in case. Alright. Now I'm feeling confident about what we got going here. What we got cooking. Arena's line, the servants there have rebelled. I can't be sure of what it is. My eyesight's been weak since birth, you see. But I swear I heard frightful howling from all over. Yeah, that sounds like just their war cries or something. Just like me looking at the dialogue in a vacuum. But let me see. Frightful howling. Alright, we're gonna let that search while we continue playing. Oh no, it just showed up already. But I swear I heard frightful. No, okay, let's take this down now and look at that. Go over to the Japanese tab. And what do we got here? Yeah, Japanese is about the same. She heard like a roar, a bellow. Yeah, the word means like horrifying, terrifying, scary, horrible, you know, something like that. Japanese means like basically everywhere. It more literally means something like, you know, here and there, you know, but like same idea. So it's like, oh, you know, from like everywhere around me, from, you know, a little bit there, a little bit here, just a bunch of scary, scary bellowing. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just supposed to be like, that's the Misbegotten's war cry, right? Like she's trying to escape the Castle Morn, right? With her convoy or whatever, as we see. But she can't see anything, but she knows that she heard, like, basically, like, you know, like a war cry, like, Rah! Everyone's roaring, and they like descend upon the convoy and, you know, slaughter everybody. You know, that type of idea. That's my understanding when I just read that text like that. It doesn't come off to me as, oh, frenzied flame that I'm hearing. It sounds like, oh, all around me, I'm hearing these roars, which again makes sense based on the context of what we see in the remains of that convoy further ahead of her. So, thank you so much for providing that text. But yeah, I wouldn't say the JP text has anything else really to add specifically to that context. Hello, bye. Hello, bye. Hello, bye. My man will get his golden seeds at least. There we go. Highway up until here. And then it's dirt road, and then it's back to highway. Nomadic Warriors Cookbook. Which one was this? Soft Cotton, Staunching Boluses, and Rainbow Stone Arrow. Staunching Boluses is for blood, right? Honestly, very generic stuff. He's a nomadic warrior. Then he hit a bit of a roadblock in his wandering. Listen, man, you gotta climb down here and just go through the wolf-infested narrow pass. Duh. Yeah, those are Roa. Those aren't blood roses. Anyway, let's get all the way over to Pelham. Oh boy, I can't wait. There we go. I live! Hello, nobles by nobles. Yeah, it's for blood. Thank you for clarifying, Nardi. Radigan, Radigon, Rudagoni. Come on. There we go. Back to beautiful place. My map is so freaking borked. It's not even funny. Like, what is this world map I have here? Oh. Detours, ree! Alright. Ow! I forgot that was there. I completely forgot there was a lightning thing there. More dead trees for the water. But these on land are fine. Oh. All right, I don't have a I don't have my my telescope. Oh. Interesting. It's not just Altus. Okay. So it looks like at least the conifer species, the green conifer species, which turns gold even on the plateau. It seems the green conifer species can't survive in this water, this crystal-laced water either. Only the mangroves. And maybe the smaller plants if we go by what we see in Altus, but I don't see any of those smaller bushes at the foot here. Holy moly. Really? That's it? Huh. Yeah, no small bushes or anything here. Well, it's fine. I stand by what I said. This entire map is jank for me. Conifers don't like mineral-rich water? I guess not. I mean, these guys certainly do. Look at them. They're just slurping it all up from the source. And they're getting big. They're getting Kaled big. Yeah, we're seeing the same thing here. It's consistently those that are at, and it's like rare cases near the water, but I'll give the dev team a pass for that one. It's obviously the waterfall with the barbarian thing, so we don't care about that. Huh. We are finding the other species in here, and they're doing fine. But the conifers do not, which is so weird. So they can resist the yellowing effect. Their species, they don't succumb to that evolutionary pressure. But they do have trouble with other stuff. This is just that the cuckoo's the ones that are benefiting from the ruins from Precipice over there, which makes sense to an extent, but there's still two mines that have them worshipping statues of women, so I don't know if that's supposed to be America or not yet, or that's supposed to be Renala. Alright, we're at the other church finally. Exactly as I wanted. I actually don't have shots of Balaam Church, do I? May as well get those, huh? Okay. First, careful. Make sure that we're not going to pick up a centipede. Huh? I know there's golden centipedes here. Where are they? Ah, there they are. Okay. I'm like, I know these are around here somewhere. Okay, we're gonna get the back shot, right? So. Yeah, obscure the grace point a bit. Right. We'll take the shot, as always. Then we'll take a different shot. Nope. Yeah, no. I mean, that angle might work better, slightly, but it's really not big of a difference. Not that big of a difference. Let's try looking at this angle now. So you have the highway. You have a little offshoot of the road from the highway. Earth tree tiling and everything, huh? Really comes to show you how important this pilgrimage thing was. Highlights the importance. Alright, this is a pretty cool shot, chat, you must admit. This is a pretty cool angle. Oh, oops. I'm not sure if I like having it at an angle like that. Let's see. Alright, so we'll do this shot, though this is the shot I actually like the least of all the time of days. This shot, I like more. I like having the church in shadow and the highway looking good. Can we get Loki to release a guide to how to become a lore scholar with a license? Listen, you don't need a guide. You could just read my commentaries. That gives you my methodology. And then you can apply it for yourself, and voila, you're a lore scholar. Simple as that. Though I am working on writing a new commentary for what I call Miyazaki's Playroom. I feel like that's something that's very useful, just as like general, like kind of like a mind, like sort of getting into the mindset of how to approach this type of stuff. Approaching the lore. Yeah, I think I like this most. Alright. There we go. We lock that into place. I think this works better. There we go. There we go. I think that's fair, don't you, chat? Alright. I think that's fair enough. Alright, so that stuff for Radigan's done. But is it with a license? Because I don't want to go to item description jail. Listen. Licenses are for punks. Licensing has not improved our lives any. You've met a licensed doctor who's just as much as an idiot as that quack that you'll find in the back alleys of the ghetto. It's all a scam. It's all a scam for colleges to get rich off your debt. And a bunch of rich people to feel smug about themselves. You don't need no lore scholar license, I am. What do you got? Dragonwood Grace, of course. By the way, I could show screenshots of videos showing the symbols on the ground at the Holy Relics or in Litany of Proper Death making Discord, but I don't think they'll be good quality. Yeah, I'd rather we get good quality. Yeah, I'd rather we get, like, a very clear, unambiguous... Just that. How boring. I was like, there's no way this is something important, and I was right. There was no way. All America propaganda... I do wonder if these cuckoos specifically have defected to Morgott. Like, they've been, like, bought off, essentially. Because there's no reason for the cuckoos protecting the Academy, ostensibly, to be protecting the Dectus. The Dectus lift. Like, that does not compute. That doesn't square it as a circle for me. Doesn't square the circle. Oh. I didn't realize these guys. I forgot. I completely forgot that you exist. Huh. Nope. It's all awful. Well, I'm gonna have to add this to the... I'm gonna have to add this to Adon, to the gallery. Yep, okay. Alright, so this... I actually don't hate this shot, surprisingly. I actually don't hate it. That's the shocking thing for me. No, this is way too much. later. Another hour later. Alright, I think that's fair. Any other flame chariots I need to include in the analysis for Adon? There we go. It's like there's a few searches before I finally registered that, and I saw it flash, so it was definitely working. That's the problem with times 10 speed. I think it sometimes breaks the game. Sorry, times 5 speed. My bad. God, imagine if I had times 10 speed. Zoom! True zoom. Za zoom zoom zoom. There we go. Great mace, no one cares. I should check the lore just to be sure. There may be something special or mentioned here, right? Nope. Could have been literally found anywhere. Also, who the hell puts a dildo on this cliff? I'm just saying, some people have some weird kinks. Oh, almost forgot. Better take off the high LODs for this one, chat. Can you get a picture of the hawk symbol on them? Oh, on here. Sure. Here you go, bird. Like this, Xavier? Let's get it from underneath so we can get like a look at the full crest. Yeah. There you go. Nothing to say here. Alright, so let's see. Radigan, we got his churches. So the most important churches for Radigan lore are the Churches of Pilgrimage. So you got the Bellum Church, the Church of Pilgrimage, GLK, Fort Gale, Rutview, Smoldering, Kaled Highway, Fort Faroth, Dragon Barrow West. Yeah, nothing related to, nothing in Kaled that would be needed for Urtree's beginning. Yeah, Kaled, the next time we're gonna really want to check Kaled is either a Melania analysis, a Flyer Giants analysis, that would be useful, Farm Azula, and that's about, like, it for, like, major topics I could see in, like, the next year or so. What else can we, Nothing here for Radigan. There's the Hermit's shack thing, but that's not doing so. The rest of the stuff would be Langdell, right? Because I don't think there's anything in Limgrave Radigan related, right? Besides D and stuff. Liurnia, there's the Academy, so we could try going into the Academy. But is there anything else? Maybe in Caria Manor, too? I'm trying to think, like, what's something where it's like, we need this shot because it's very important for Radigan lore. We have the study hall stuff. Oh, you know what? I want shots of Miriam. I want shots of Preceptor Miriam. Let's get our girl. I'll never get over seeing this guy in broad daylight because of the lighting. Like, this is just, I find this hilarious. Hello there, Ghost Horse. I just want that shot because I like that. Okay. Yeah, what do you know? More of that. Fascinating. There we go. God, this is so consistent. I can't believe I never noticed it before. Yeah, and look, there's some regular plants that are just doing fine in and around the water. Like, this is kind of borderline, right? This is basically on land. We see the same thing with some of the rock trees, so I'm willing to give it a pass. So the conifers seem to just not do well. We got some partially angry jellyfish because someone pissed you off, though I don't see who. It's fine, I don't care. I'll get to that study hall, chat. I'll make sure my wandering nomad gets to class. Chat, does anyone know off the top of their head all the enemies who drop ruins fragments, by the way? Because that still gets on my... I don't have any stupid things. It still gets on my brain how there's ruins fragments littering this bridge specifically, but not other bridges. And it's making me wonder if it's supposed to hint at, like, the Guardian Golems or something. Because I don't remember if the Guardian Golems have ruins fragments that they get. I honestly don't recall. Again, at least all these ones where I'm like, God, that's weird. I don't remember you having an Ash of War worth getting, and it's actually not an Ash of War, it's just a Sulfur Stone. So that's cool. Look at all those bones, chat. That's, cheery. Saint statues. Puppets. Yeah, I think that's fair. Chat, what weapon is that they're using? I actually don't remember... I don't remember, nobles actually using swords. At least the live ones, so... Just out of curiosity. Yeah, I'm not sure if I like that. Yeah, I actually like that now. Yeah, I like that. Slightly taller, perfect. weird thing about Miriam is we fight her twice, and in both times she isn't in spirit form when we quote-unquote kill her. So that's what I find extremely weird about her. It's not like she's a summoned spirit or something, which you can kind of then maybe justify it. We can get a good look at their masks still. Is that the sun on her forehead or just a star? Hard to tell. Yeah. Where's all that water coming from? I guess from the lake. I guess there must be some sort of drainage channel coming from the lake or whatever. Again, we have the library aspect. We got the same statues with the books here. So this stuff relate to Radigan. Let's see. Let's see. What's the list we got here? The moving coffins contain the Great Axe to Stormvale, Kari and Nightsword to Tatsu's Rise, Great Stars to Bridge of Iniquity, and Flowing Sword and Trina Torch to Ordina. Great Axe. I don't remember Great Axe having any specific lore for it, besides maybe like a Godfrey connection, which makes sense. Kari and Nightsword to Tatsu's Rise. That generally makes sense. Great Stars to Bridge of Iniquity. That has to do with torture, right? I think, or it has to do with prisoners, maybe. And the Flowing Sword and Trina Torch to Ordina. Yeah, that makes sense for those. I know your article speculates that Radahn wasn't bothered by his parents' divorce, but could it irritate Radigan if his son kickstarted a popular new army that praises Godfrey and loves red hair? Could it? Maybe. The problem is we don't get a lot in order to infer much about Radigan's relationship with Radahn. Like I said, the reason why I point out the idea that Radahn may be quote-unquote grateful for Renala's divorce is because of the fact that he doesn't show any attachment, or he demonstrates no particular love for his mother, despite the fact she's just as much of a hero as her dad was, right? All of it revolves around Godfrey, and thereby heroes related to the Golden Order with whom he's attached to, hence his love for Radigan. So, I mean, it could be. There's also a question of if Radigan continued hating his hair after his marriage. Because again, I've talked about this before, this idea that I don't believe Radigan had... I don't think Radigan had much of a individual identity prior to getting married. Like, I think he definitely developed his own idiosyncrasies and quirks that separated from Marika from the start. Like, don't get me wrong, obviously the moment he became his own person, he wasn't just a carbon copy of her. But I think what happened was most of that stuff revolved around, of course, his incompleteness, right? It was about his existential crisis, which defines his character. I don't think there was too much beyond that and just being basically loyal to Marika and the Golden Order, right? I think he might have had a different feeling about his hair after he develops a genuine relationship with Renala during their marriage. That would be a possibility I would consider. That he may not feel the way about his hair that he may have done so, say, earlier on in his life when, you know, he's just literally like Marika, but male. So, like, that sort of floats around in my head as something where it's like, okay, I don't know if necessarily Radahn, like, Rykard is the same thing. He also highlights red hair and stuff, though obviously he's not as obsessed with being like daddy. Well, you know, if I'm right about Rykard's mommy complex and him acting just to be more like mommy's favorite, mommy's preferences, maybe he's got even a worse obsession with daddy than Radahn. Maybe I'm speaking too soon on that front. But anyway, but generally what I'm trying to get at is that I don't think Radagon may necessarily have trouble with his children attaching special sentiments to the red hair in this scenario. Again, I could be wrong. It's still possible that he may still hate his red hair just as much, and that may have affected how he felt about his children. But like I said, I just don't think we get enough to go off of beyond circumstance in this case. Looks like the sun's similar to that of the Academy stonework in their crest. That's good to know. Nobles S-Stock, it seems. Thank you, Night Scout. Okay, so let's see. Orb snakes, wandering nobles near fallen ruins, dogs. So orb snakes, wandering nobles near falling ruins. That makes sense. Dogs in Farum Azula, demi-humans, and demi-human chief is what the wiki says. What are orb snakes? Abnormal stone cluster. Oh, okay. That stuff. Okay. Also, Radagon seems to have actively given a gift to Miquella, Radagon's Rings of Light, and Miquella was his only truly confirmed blonde son. That's true. That's true. But Miquella also is the only one that shows particular interest in incantations. So we don't know how much of that played a role in sort of how Radagon and Miquella's relationship developed together. Because Melania obviously, she's rotted. She doesn't seem to be relying on incantations to help heal or cure rot, assuming that healing incantations did anything for her rot. And ends up going down the path of just swordsmanship. Obviously, Radagon's gone down the fundamentalism rabbit hole, and Miquella seems to have wholesalely embraced that up until. So again, I think it's. I'm open. I certainly think it's possible, but I don't think we have a really good, like, okay, this is a good way to, like, a good piece of evidence to infer one way or the other. No, nothing else interesting. Actually, wait a second. Isn't there, like, a Drake talisman or something we get here? I can't remember. I know we get an Amber talisman, but... No, this is, Cerulean Sea Talisman, right? So this is how they hint that it ties into Marika's minor Erd Tree research, which led to fundamentalism, right? So this is all in service of understanding the greater cosmology and order and stuff, like Xavier was mentioning earlier. Shut the fuck up about Rykard, incest, please, man. No. It is truth. I am disappointed that Miyazaki's quote does not confirm that there's a second game, and then we could have the second game, which will basically give away the fact that Rykard wanted to get into mommy's robe. I am so disappointed, devastated even. How will I be able to survive until the next game, chat? It's not even confirmed. Don't get to confirm the mommy complex. Absolute shambles. Okay, yeah, nothing else really of interest in this this building, other than us getting a shot of the building as a whole, right? So, let's do that then. Oh my. Oh my, oh my. Okay. Actually kind of curious how... Oh. It actually loads a lot of it, surprisingly. The weirdest part about this is that it legitimately... I can't tell if this is supposed to be, like, an actual staircase or not, or if it's just supposed to be this weird corkscrew thing for the lift. Bizarre. Anyway, oh. Good to know. Oh, no. Just keep expanding, just keep expanding, just keep expanding. No. No. Gotta find the right. And yeah, I think this works best as far as angles are concerned. I should probably get this shot without the puppets in the way, huh? So yeah, let's reset this. Radigan talk reminded me of something else I heard. Does the JP text imply the Golden Order Greatsword was merely inspired by the Moonlight Greatsword, or did he indeed alter his wedding present? That's funny. Zuli asked me the same question like a few weeks ago. I don't know if she's come out with a video related to that or not, but I do find that funny. The Japanese seems worded in a way to imply that they're probably, it's worded seemingly the same as the English, and it sounds like it was, it has traces of the actual sword there. I think we want DLC when we're inevitably going to get the Moonlight Sword for added confirmation, because again, how we receive the sword in there will obviously be the major tell. But again, if it's Mikla's Dream World, it's possible it's just, you know, a dream copy of the actual sword or something, right? But anyway, my impression reading the text was that, yes, it was basically, like, converted. So it's still based on the design, but everything else about it was done to tout fundamentalism and kind of show off that, hey, I've used all that knowledge of filthy stinking sorcery in order to come up with something grander for our faith. Mommy's robe! Would you prefer I say Mommy's pants? Her pantaloons? Or Placky's Time Vortex gets used to revert the sword. That'd be a funny idea, huh? Okay, so, avoid breaking anything. Okay, you guys, we don't have to worry about anything, so, just sit back and relax. Oh. I do appreciate that they actually account for the fact that there's an elevator. Wait, actually, wait. Okay, okay, this is the roof. Oh. It had to be something, chat. It had to be something. I do like how the chains turn into rope. Oh wait, are those still chains? No, the low poly version is a rope, apparently. Okay, good to know. Oh, good to know. Anyway, where are we? Here, yeah. Yeah, I think this is fair.